In 1600, a group of London merchants received a royal charter from Queen Elizabeth I, creating the East India Company. Their mission? To break the Dutch and Portuguese monopoly on the spice trade. Little did the world know this trading company would become one of history's most powerful corporations, effectively conquering and ruling entire nations. Spices were worth their weight in gold. Pepper, nutmeg, and cloves from the East commanded astronomical prices in European markets. The company established its first trading post in Surat, India in 1612, competing fiercely with European rivals in a high-stakes commercial battle for control of Asia's riches. The turning point came after the Battle of Plassey in 1757. What began as a simple trading venture transformed into an instrument of imperial conquest. The company didn't just trade with India, it began to rule it, maintaining its own private army of 260,000 soldiers, twice the size of Britain's national army. At its height, the East India Company controlled nearly half the world's trade and dominated territories larger than Britain itself. Company officials became fabulously wealthy nabobs, while the corporation exerted unprecedented political, military, and economic power, blurring the lines between business and government. Facing a trade imbalance with China, the company resorted to trafficking opium grown in India into China, despite the drug being illegal there. When Chinese authorities tried to stop this, Britain fought 2 opium wars to force China open, leading to a century of humiliation and addiction for the Chinese people. The company's rule was often brutal. Its policies contributed to devastating famines that killed millions. In Bengal, company policies destroyed local industries while forcing farmers to grow cash crops instead of food. When drought struck in 1770, approximately 10 million people, 1/3 of Bengal's population, perished. Discontent with company rule erupted in the Great Rebellion of 1857, sometimes called India's First War of Independence. After months of bloody conflict, the British Crown officially dissolved the company and took direct control of India, ending the era of corporate colonialism. The East India Company pioneered business practices we recognize today: stock offerings, shareholder meetings, and corporate lobbying. But it also established troubling precedents of corporate influence over government, exploitation of foreign markets, and the use of private military force to secure business interests. The company's legacy shaped the modern world. It redrew national boundaries, established English as a global language, created vast trade networks, and developed the infrastructure of colonialism that would define global politics for centuries. The nations of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Myanmar all emerged from territories once administered by this corporation. The East India Company serves as both a cautionary tale about unchecked corporate power and a reminder of how commerce can reshape civilizations. While the company itself dissolved in 1874, its story raises questions that remain relevant today. Where should we draw the line between business and governance? And what responsibilities do powerful corporations have to the societies they operate in? Do you like this Behind History? Like and share and subscribe for more history facts by History Cowboys.